This is called Run From My Love. It's a song I wrote years ago. I really hope you enjoy it. Sweetheart, come here. Come sit by me. I have something been wanting to tell you for oh so long a time. Shh, don't talk, just listen. This won't take long at all. You've been afraid of falling in love ever since you were small. Like you knew a broken heart was the worst pain of all. The love that you deny yourself from all, that you won't try yourself. Is it really living when you're always afraid? Well, is it, babe? Don't run from my love, no, don't you dare. Feel it in the breeze blowing through your hair. It's in the rain that falls, that bathes the earth with tears. Let it wash you clean, then wipe away your fears. I'll be your shoulder, I am your rock. Ooh, so many nights we've shared and talked. I remember each and every one of them. I'll make you laugh, I'll make you smile, stand by you through every trial. I'm the one who believes your heart can be saved. I really mean it, baby. Don't run from my love, stay by my side. Need you more than ever, so don't you hide. Don't run from my love. What are you so scared of, angel? Nothing in this world that we can't fight. Don't run from my love, please be my wife. Will you marry me? I wanna share my world forever in my life. I wanna run from your love, I swear to the heavens above, baby. Be with me till the end of time. Don't run from my love. Don't run from my love. Yeah, 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 yeah. Don't run from my love. Don't run from my love. I love you. Thank you.
Ooh. Well, if you don't recognize that young upstart, that was our boy Joran Comedy with "Run From Your Love," a Steer original. "Run From Your Love." Thank you, Joran. He's gonna be the biggest thing on YouTube, the biggest, Wes. So today we are doing a little bit of EDP bingo. So I got with me today I got the great wheat toast. Wes Moast is in the house. What's going on, Wes?
Not much. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, Wes. And then, not so much a pleasure, but she's here. Tiffany Lockheart is here, everybody. Tiffany Lockheart. Hi. So, for those of you who don't know who EDP is, Wes, do you want to kind of explain who EDP is?
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, briefly in a nutshell, he was a YouTuber up until April. He had 2.2 million subscribers. He had been on the platform for 11 years since he was 19 years old. He was big in the NFL community. If you saw meme compilation in the last few years, really good chance that he was in it.
Yeah.
600,000 followers on Instagram. And about a year ago, some allegations came up that he had been inappropriately messaging minors, 13, 14-year-olds, and really went nowhere. There was a YouTuber by the name of Cold Raven who had exposed him. He made a couple of videos, and it really just created a huge backlash towards Cold Raven. No one really cared. EDP said it was just dark comedy.
Yeah.
And that's it. And he promised he, wouldn't do that kind of stuff again. Well, about 7 months later, he was busted in Bakersfield, California, where he's from, about 20 minutes from his house, by two predator catching organizations, CC Unit, who CC Unit normally works out of San Diego County, where I'm from, and predator poachers, Chet Goldstein, Alex Rosen. And this was the confrontation when EDP showed up. He drove 20 minutes to meet who he thought was a 13-year-old girl that he had been having the most disgusting chat with.
Yeah.
Not only were there pictures of genitals, he was asking her for pictures, inappropriate pictures over and over again, and he sent pictures of his poop.
Oh God!
He'd be like, sorry.
I just don't get why do they do that?
And that was why I wanted to do EDP Bingo, because I don't know if you've heard of a show called To Catch a Predator.
I have vaguely.
Yeah, it was on CBS Investigates.
Right. That was with Jason Blaha, right? He hosted that?
Jason Blaha was the producer. You're thinking of Cheaters.
Yes.
That he was the host of.
Right.
So the thing with a lot of these guys, they all make the same excuses, and that's why I thought that this was a pretty interesting confrontation to look at, because it is 48 minutes. That's my issue with a lot of these channels, is the busts are too long. But it's just funny to hear the excuses that they come up with, and the ways that they try and get out of it. And, they recognize now what a bad, horrible thing they've been up to. And reminds me of Joran or anyone else.
Any of the Predators, really, yeah.
Yeah, who got busted in these same situations.
I was just getting him something to eat, sir.
Yeah. And that was EDP. He also was just here to get something to eat.
Yeah, he just wanted a cupcake.
That's it. I like cupcakes.
Yeah, who doesn't like cupcakes?
If a 13-year-old, if you meet a 13-year-old, and let's be honest, you meet a 13-year-old girl online and she's like, "Hey, drive 20 minutes to my house. No one's home. I made you a cupcake." It's rude not to go.
It kind of is. It kind of is.
Right?
Yeah.
But just to be clear, there's no indication of a cupcake in the chat.
Not that I know of. Yeah, not that I know of. Now, there is one interesting thing that when I was looking up, when I was working on the EDP video, there are 3 nationally recognized award-winning cupcake bakeries in Bakersfield alone. So if you really wanted the cupcake, I would think that one of those places probably would have been the better choice.
Yeah.
He goes to any of those places, and we're not talking about EDP right now.
That's true. And then later on, a big surprise reveal is he doesn't even really like cupcakes.
He does not like cupcakes.
Does not like sweets.
That was great. That was great. I mean, like, of all the things to make a video about saying the food that you don't like,
Yeah.
and then it's cupcakes, and then you're showing up at some 13-year-old girl's house.
Right.
I mean, it'd be different if he made a video going, man, I don't care. I'll crawl on my knees in 120-degree weather to get a cupcake. Your boy EDP, he love eating them cupcake. I should be EDC, eat that cupcake. And,
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, well, I mean, the guy does say that he can't, like that cupcakes like
fist bump? I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be honest. So.
Oh boy, Buddhist Beer donated $3.
Thank you, Buddhist.
Tiffany, I heard you and Shin were engaged, true or false?
Definitely true. If you heard it,
Yes.
it's true.
Yes. That's the rumor I've been spreading.
Wow. Well, that's interesting.
So,
Goodbye, everyone.
if you heard it, you heard it from me. And
Well, fist bump? I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be honest. So.
Oh boy, the large Father Tron donated $10. Some money's for Gypsy the precious little princess. Also, EDP is just an edgier Jim Orange.
an edgier Jim Roush, yeah. An urban Jim Roush. And a bit younger, too. EDP's like what? Is EDP in his 20s or early 30s?
EDP is 30 years old. So
Okay,
that was the thing, is that EDP started his channel when he was 19. Within 5 months, it had really taken off.
Uh-huh.
As far as just him going in, normally when people have a successful channel, it was not their first channel.
Yeah.
They've bombed a bunch or they have to change what they're doing. But I mean, he really, since he started when he was 19, 20 years old, this just really took off. So he was 30, showing up to meet the 13-year-old.
Yeah.
And
That's why I assume Steer Music is going to be the one to take off.
Well, Steer Music is definitely, I mean, that.
Yeah.
There's no way that can't work.
Let me just say hi to some of the people in chat. Davis, Josh, Mike. What's going on, Josh? Anna is in the house. Spencer Silvera. What's going on? Jason and McNuggets. Lisa. JR, Supernova. Let's see. Josh. The Poop Frog is in the house. What's up, Izzy? What's going on? The artist formerly known as Cahootin' with Emma. TLI is in the house. Let's see, who else Donde? God, Donde's in the house. Kat G. What's up, Kat? Lala, and let's see, Hockey Cards and Coins, I think that says. Jason is here. Omega. Man, I can't read any of these. Idina? Or, no, Dina. Oh, okay, I think it's just Dina. Let's see. Rhoda's in the house. Vexy's in the house. Let's see. If I do forget anybody's names.
If I seem uninterested, I'm just busy.
So kind of.
If I seem uninterested, I'm just busy.
So kind of chill. J.R. Eves is in the house. Lucy. Tiffany Lockhart's here. Why is she here?
I'm here for the 17 grand that you promised.
Aerodo, Fifth Ace. Let's see. Am I missing anybody? Sure I am. The Only Child. Anthony, Buddhist. DNA. Okay. Yeah, I think. Hola. Alexandria, what's going on? So yeah, everybody make sure you get a bingo. A bingo.
Fist bump? I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be honest. So.
Oh boy, Joran's Jet Black Balls donated $3.
Joran's Jet Black
The darker
Balls.
the berry, the sweeter the juice.
The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. That's a very good point.
That's very true.
No, very true.
Well, fist bump? I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be honest. So.
Oh boy, Michael _T donated $7.
Thank you, Michael.
The place near me charges $19 for 6 cupcakes.
What the fuck?
I guess I can understand resorting to pretty desperate measures.
I guess.
That's
true.
true.
I guess that's a good point, Michael.
Well, he didn't say how many cupcakes. What if he was getting 12 cupcakes?
Maybe. Yeah, he
Well,
could.
he said a cupcake.
He did
Yeah,
say
he did say a cupcake.
Well, hold on. He's a bigger guy. Maybe
Yeah.
he was a little embarrassed, like how some people like of his size will eat in the dark because they don't want to be judged for their food. Maybe he was really like, he was there to get a dozen. Why does that matter, Tiffany, that he wanted 1 or 12? What difference does it make to you?
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't. I'm just
keep your judgment off his body.
Yeah.
That's not for
Keep
you to
your judgment
decide.
off of
You're
EDP.
right. I apologize.
And I also want to mention that all the donations today are going to go to Kelly Lady's precious little goofy doofy baby, Gypsy, who is what's it? She needs an operation for her knee, and she started a GoFundMe. So all the donations that come today are for that GoFundMe for Kelly's goofy doofy silly goofy doofy baby. So
You should specify. Gypsy's a dog, correct?
yeah, Gypsy's her. Gypsy's her.
You just keep saying goofy doofy baby. People think
I assume
she has
that
a baby named Gypsy with a bad knee.
yeah, I guess I assume that when I say goofy doofy, people think I'm either talking about a dog or Tiffany. Tiffany will not be seeing a dime of any of this. So
No.
don't.
Although I deserve it.
Yeah, no, not a chance.
Okay.
So yeah, don't forget to get your bingo cards. You can win $100 cash money. Wes will either Cash App you or PayPal you. So get your bingo cards. The link is in the it's pinned in the chat, and it's free to play. So yeah, I think everybody got their cards out. Everybody ready to go here? I think everybody's ready. Let's
I think so.
let's start with some EDP. Let's see how this goes. And again, if you have a bingo, just call out bingo, and then they'd have to give their card number again, right, Wes?
Oh yeah. And I just a reminder too, and unless it's specific, I don't think there's anything on these bingo boards that are anything that pertaining to Club, Tiffany, or myself. So it has to come from the actual.
I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be honest. So.
Heisenmuller.
Oh boy, Heisenberg White donated $3.14. How is it of all the crazy people and criminals Wes has associated with or encountered over the years, somehow the only one who faces legal consequences seems to be Chris Hansen?
That's a good point.
Boom. That is a good point.
Yeah. Chris Hansen having a pretty tough day.
I call it reverse white privilege. You guys should look into it.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta watch out for that. All right. So yeah. Thank you, Heisenmuller. So yeah, get your bingo cards ready, and yeah, everything. There's not a West specific. There's not a Clobber specific. There's not a Tiffany specific. So it's going to be, everything is going to be from, there's not Mary Poppins sings, or Clobber sings Mary Poppins poorly in this, is there?
Although it should be.
I don't fist
be an
bump
olive.
people like you, man. To be honest. So.
Oh boy, Cat donated $10.
Oh, thank you,
All my
Cat.
love to Doofy baby Gypsy.
Aw, Cat. All my love to you, Cat.
I'm not saying I don't like the name, but if the dog was named Jeannie, I know someone who would donate every penny of their.
Yeah, which,
Okay,
to be honest with you, really, it ain't much.
Next-
Fist bump?
Next time.
I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be honest. So.
Oh boy, Romo News fanboy donated $10.
Ramona's fanboy.
Love for the goofy doofy baby.
Love for the goofy doofy baby. Fuck yeah. Thank you, Ramona's fanboy. Ramona's fanboy. Ramona's still got fans.
Of course.
Of course. We're all Ramona's fans.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get going. Let's see EDP in action.
Yeah, that's cool. We can just sit right here on this curb right here.
Okay, cool. What's up, man? What's up? No fist? Okay. No fist bump? I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be honest.
So.
All right. That is the first bingo square. I put an easy one in there.
Yeah.
If you have fist bump, mark it off.
Fist bump denial.
So before we get into any of the messages right here, I have 84 messages.
Okay.
So we have you talking to Sophie, correct? Yes or no?
Right.
Okay. Sophie is how old? Before, and again, I have it right here. I know the answer, but I just
Okay.
need you to tell me the answer. How old is she?
13.
13. Okay.
Right.
And before we get into the messages, there was sexual content involved. Yes or no?
Right.
Is that his whole chat log with Sophie right there? Because that looks thick as a phone book. That chat.
Well, I think they said it was 84 pages total, and they either brought 34 with them or they brought 50 with them.
Holy shit.
But they brought a good amount of pages. And during this, I want to point out some of the good things that these guys did, as well as just the shitty cringe things. So,
Yeah. Okay.
How tall is EDP?
From the looks of this, 5'4". No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Alex, this dude is 20 years old. Alex.
Yeah.
He's like 21, and he looks like a fucking giant of a man.
Yeah, he does.
So I don't know. I mean, EDP might be 5'10", but standing right here, he looks like he's about 5'4".
Well, and then the other guy is pretty tiny. The other guy's pretty tiny.
Who knows? I mean, he's small in build, but who knows? He could be
fist bump?
6'3".
I don't fist bump people
Yeah, I guess
like
he
you,
could.
man.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
So
Oh boy, Josep 4,813 donated $3.
Thank you, Jason.
Drake Bell and Kyle Massey. Guess Disney's gonna get a spin-off called Corey in the Big House.
Corey in the Big House. It's going to be produced by Dan Schneider.
I would watch
Yeah,
that.
I think we're all love to see that.
and you said
Correct.
okay. All right. So again, so what brings you out here today?
Well, I was coming out here to
Glasses off.
Glasses off. That's a bingo square.
Damn, like that's kind of a boss move, making him.
That was an alpha move.
That was an alpha move, making him take
So,
his glasses off. You're gonna
that's,
look me in the eye, motherfucker.
In car sales, you do this. Like if someone comes onto the lot, say Tiffany's coming on because she wants a '92 Mazda Miata, the teal one. The first thing I would do from her is get her car keys. And people will just instinctively hand them over.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is taking ownership of their
fist
vehicle.
bump? I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be
Okay.
honest.
So
Oh boy, Reddale donated $25.
Oh, thank you, Red.
Well, I was on my 12 cupcake, but after Tiffany's comment, I put it down.
Yeah,
That's some gypsy.
get better soon, Gypsy. Yes. Thank you, Red. Thank you, Red.
I want you to have that. Go have that 12 cupcake, please.
Tiffany's shaming everyone in here.
So yeah, you would. It's to take a psychological lead. You take their car keys. In that instance, you're telling them like, give me your keys, and they're doing it. So already they're following your lead.
Yeah.
But two, it's that like
I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be
okay.
honest.
So
Oh boy, Joran the Barbarian donated $3.
Making it rain for
Hey
Gypsy.
Princess Tiffany Clobber and where's a beater's house about you ditch them and come sit at my feet,
You have to be specific about which poses.
Yeah. Thank you,
Fist
Jordan the
bump?
Barbarian.
I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be
okay.
honest.
So
Oh boy, the large father Tron donated $3.
Thank you, Tron.
I don't want this cupcake, I just want to get to the beach, generic obese male.
Generic obese male. I'm loving it. Thank
Don't
you.
trip
everyone.
off the stairs, though.
Yeah, be careful of that stair.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
like
yeah, it's a psychological move. I have your keys now. I own it, and now I'm going to show you your car you're driving away in. And it's kind of the same thing here from the very minute that they start. One, they keep telling him to change locations. You'll notice they keep moving different locations. It keeps him so he doesn't get comfortable in one spot. And then the glasses thing from the very beginning, it's showing he's obedient. He knows that he's in a position to where, like, if this was just some guy and someone walked up to you and said, "Take your glasses off," you tell him to fuck off.
right.
But he knows he's in the wrong, so not only is he going to stay, he's going to follow what they want him to do because he doesn't know what kind of trouble he's in.
Yeah, I can't imagine that like EDP thinks that these guys are police though.
Well, you see what you wouldn't think about that in the moment because when you're on the TCAP, they used what? They used decoys.
Right. No, of course. Yeah.
For all he knows, this is an undercover cop, and Ghost has his face covered because he's a decoy that plays a 16-year-old.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
In a different kind of sting. You don't know if you're the only guy who got caught, or if they've been doing this all day, or what's going on.
No, that's a great point.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home. There was, nothing that was going to be sexual involved.
No, of course
Because
not.
I'm not like that,
No.
Obviously, the text messages and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was.
Yeah, I'm not like.
Well, fist bump? I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be
okay.
honest.
So
Oh boy, the Gold Shoe Standard donated $3. Why am I wearing shades? My hairy arms are my superpower.
Thank you, Goshu. And they should be applauded.
Sleeves off.
Yes, sleeves off.
What I really like that they're doing here is they're not saying shit.
Yeah.
They're just letting him talk, and that's another thing you see with the interrogations, because when you have that guilty conscience, you don't You're not going to let there be any silence there.
Yeah.
Because what are they thinking about me? So he's just going to keep running his mouth, and they're just waiting for him to stop and dig his hole.
Yeah, I'm not like that. I mean, my name is Eat That Pussy after all.
I mean, I know what it says on those chat logs.
Yeah,
and what I sent and stuff, but like, you guys got it all wrong.
Yeah.
That was going to happen.
Oh, okay. So you should title a video, instead of, your video, Almost Threw Hands with a 13-year-old, you should title your video, Almost Had Sex with a 13-year-old. I think that'll get a lot of hits, EDP.
I think so.
Yeah. So
Now
this is you.
I mean,
Yeah, he's
go ahead.
he's now he's like I don't know what he's doing. He's just a great he's definitely intimidated by this guy. So
well, yeah, but I mean, Chet goes into jokes immediately.
Yeah,
and it causes a tonal shift. I mean, you don't want to do that in a movie. You definitely don't want to do that when you're confronting someone about being, a pedophile. Getting caught showing up to have sex with a 13-year-old.
Yeah,
he goes in the joke trolling mode too quickly,
mm-hmm.
and it's fine if you like Chris would open with a little snarky line or whatever.
Right.
But the tone has to stay serious, and you'll see it later. It causes the communication to break down a little bit because EDP was about to open up a lot more.
Yeah.
Texting all this, correct? This is your Instagram, yes or no?
Right.
Okay. All right.
But whole food
again,
party.
What made you start this conversation with this said 13-year-old? You said what you're doing right here, correct? Yes or no?
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, she messaged me, right? And I'm not going to lie to you, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes, person feels lonely and stuff, and they want the interaction.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what had happened.
She was fucking 13, EDP. You need the reaction. You're feeling lonely and stuff. I'm sure he's got like. I mean, how many subscribers did that dude have? Like
two. I mean, combined between YouTube and Instagram, it was almost 3 million.
Yeah. So how lonely could he have really been?
Well, and I mean, this is just one of those cases where when I was doing Cheater Pop, catching guys showing up to meet prostitutes for affairs,
sure,
that's when you can use the loneliness as an excuse. But if you're lonely, then you go find companionship somewhere else. You have an affair. These guys get prostitutes. They do whatever it is that they're going to do. But showing up to meet a 13-year-old because you're lonely, why would you do that? Because you're putting your entire future in jeopardy because you were that lonely.
Yeah. I mean, he had to have been getting like emails and DMs from like.
Of course.
Yeah. So
he's getting those briefs.
Yeah, he was getting briefs. I'm sure.
Like you, man,
okay. So.
Oh boy, Banks a lot 915 donated $5.
Thank you, Banks.
This guy can be the new Lorne, but that's a lot of stupid to live up to.
I think we have our new Lorne, to be honest.
Sure do.
Yeah.
And his name is almost is Lorne. But
it's almost Lauren.
Yeah. Maybe he could be our new Don Cheech or somebody. But no, we got our Lorne. Thank you though, Bank.
And doesn't he say she messaged me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, how many times do you hear that on
all the time
All the time. All the time.
I said, please leave me alone. I was going fish. I was eating a cupcake.
Check my trunk.
My cupcake coupons are in the trunk.
So this isn't what happened because she never said she was lonely right here, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay. And you did double text.
A fist bump?
I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be honest.
So wait
boy,
a second.
JB Rambles donated $5. I don't care where my money is going. I'm just donating for Wes to referee the Clover versus Tiffany grudge match. Oh, and fuck your EDP.
Yeah, that's Tiffany and I are gonna have a celebrity death match.
Yeah.
And Wes is gonna be the referee.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 2 minutes into the confrontation. I've already heard way too much to Lockheart, so you can expect no fair judgment on this one.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I have a feeling that there's going to be some sabotage.
Yeah, we both do have a very strong dislike for Tiffany Lockheart. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I intend to be here and ruin it for you.
Right.
So the thing that he's not saying is that she did not message him first. So is it possible that she did?
I don't think she did. I don't remember. I don't know. I mean, I've looked at the chat log. I can't remember if she messaged first or not. But even if she did message first, I do know that the first messages were just very innocent, like hi,
Right.
hello.
Yeah.
It was nothing more than that. So I personally don't feel like there's an issue if a decoy does reach out for it, especially in his case, because he'd already been caught doing this before.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're fishing, you're going to go to a place where you've had lots of luck catching fish before.
Yeah.
And if you're a predator catching channel and you're looking to snag someone, why not go after someone who you've seen evidence that they do talk to minors?
Yeah.
So whether the decoy reached out first or they reached out first, I don't think it's relevant. But I do know that the very early, it wasn't like, hey, I'm 13, I'm down to give you this cupcake, wink, wink. You know, it was nothing like that. It was just very innocent talk.
Yeah.
And when he, just to give a little background, before he showed up to this confrontation, there were several times when he said,
I don't fist bump people like you, man, to be honest.
So,
Oh boy, the large Father Tron donated $3. EDP can't be the new lawn. He's already the new Dwayne Chisholm.
New Dwayne Chisholm. No, I think Dwayne Chisholm would have had to really let himself go to get to.
that is not lover man.
Yeah, no. I know perverted justice always made the they always let the predators make the first move.
They always let them on to catch a predator because they were working with police on parallel investigations.
Yeah.
Who knows what they did when they were just doing things on their own.
That's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I guess, it like entrapment would, I mean, because it's not a police, like entrapment's not a thing in this.
Well, see, and that's the thing is, I don't know if it would be entrapment, even if the police, if they had someone posing as a 13-year-old go into a chat room and say hi to every person.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be considered, Your Honor, the person said hi to me first.
Yeah.
Hi is not, hey, I'm underage, do you want to bang?
True.
There's a huge difference. Like when I'm walking my dog, little kids say hi to me. I can't use it as an excuse for, of course I did, Your Honor. I was walking my dog and the girl said hi to me. You know what that means.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I know it is. I know it is like argued that way.
Well, but in order to entrap means that you're getting someone to commit a crime that they wouldn't ordinarily do.
I get that. I get it. If the decoy went in, you would said, would you like the EDP? And I get that. I know that like a lot of these predators argue that like them making the first move is entrapment.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Correct.
Knowing, and it said on her profile.
What's up?
13,
It happens.
Yes? Correct. Okay, so you initiated conversation with
CA
a 13-year-old
Travels?
knowing she was 13. Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay.
Get
So
your
is that a
bingos.
good look for you?
Get your bingo cards, everybody. It's pinned in the chat. Chance to win $100.
Let me just. So far, there's only 2 squares marked: fist bump and glasses off.
All right.
Okay, so you've been exposed for this before.
Correct.
And you called them in thoughts, these other girls.
No, that was the Club. I was making a point real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Prior to the confrontation, he had second thoughts, second, third, fourth. Several times he would tell her he couldn't do this anymore because he couldn't believe what he was doing, and then he would block her, or tell her he was going to block her, or tell her that he cried thinking about the conversation that they were having or looking back at it. And so he was really struggling with this emotionally, but then it was the FOMO. It was just like these guys who would say, I watched a show called Dateline and a guy was talking to someone just like you and they got arrested. Right. Anyway, what time should I come by tonight?
Yeah, exactly. Plus he had been doing this several times before.
Well, yeah, so you get away with it so many times, maybe you stop being so vigilant and you stop being so worried, but he would tell her over and over again he couldn't talk, then he would go back to talking to her. So he knew that it was wrong. I mean, he knew that this was illegal. He said that he could get into trouble.
Yeah.
So that's why all the stuff after with all the tough talk and acting like he was set up. It doesn't make sense when, in his own words,
Yeah.
he knew what he was doing was very wrong.
Oh yeah, in his own videos, he's a certified badass. But you see you see this EDP. He's a bit of a beta. Yeah.
What? I've been following for a long time, and you know what? I said, you know what? He probably made a mistake, and you know, there are some attention-seeking ones, but this is damning.
Right.
I had to make sure myself.
Right.
Do you recognize me?
No.
Okay. I had to make sure myself. That all these rumors were true. It sucks, man. I watched you in high school. Me and my friend Keyshawn thought you were hilarious, man. It's sad.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
But anyway,
Thank you.
You want an autograph?
Yeah.
then you said
Quick question. How long will this interview be?
you don't get to
So
determine that.
this question right here.
I got cupcakes to eat.
I mean, with Cheater Pop, every single guy, they could plan to go on a date and get a hotel and stay the night, but as soon as they get busted, they want to know how long.
Yeah. They clear out
ice cream. I got ice cream in the front seat.
Yeah.
How long is this gonna be?
Yeah, they got to clear they got to clear up their day. They clear up their day when they're meeting like a 13-year-old, but all of a sudden they get busted. And did I leave the oven on? I probably left the oven on.
I gotta go, guys.
Yeah.
So
I gotta split.
that to me is always funny.
Well, like, what I don't understand, why are you attracted to like 13-year-olds? Like, why are you attracted to underage? Because you clearly said in one of the screenshots that you've always wanted to be with someone younger. Like, you like fantasize about being with someone younger,
Right.
and you're scared of being a sting operation or cops.
Right.
Like, what goes through your head? What makes this okay for you? Because this is disgusting. Like, real, man.
What goes on is loneliness, dude. I'll be completely honest with you, man. I'm not gonna you. I'm not gonna shoot. You know.
Like, let me cut you off right there.
This is good.
Okay. When you say loneliness, like we've heard that millions of times, right?
Right.
Trust me, this is not our first time doing this. We've confronted hundreds of people,
Right.
and every single time some of them do say they're lonely, and sometimes we do understand that they're lonely because maybe they're not as popular or they're not as outgoing. But you have millions of followers.
Right.
Like, how are you lonely? You have like
Right.
millions of followers. I bet you there's chicks in your DMs trying to hit you up.
Absolutely.
And you're here for a 13-year-old.
And I recall,
Right.
you know, I followed you for a while. I recall a few years ago, you did brag about having a girlfriend. You also in a live stream bragged about this little affair that you had with a teacher. So you probably have you have a ton of females in your DMs interested in you because, you know, people like you for your personality and whatnot. And, you know,
Yeah.
So yeah, there a lot of making the point about how are you lonely if you have, and I don't like the argument because obviously this has nothing to do with being lonely. If you have an attraction to children, it's that's what it is.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, I don't know. To me, it'd be like when I knew a guy who used to buy weed in Las Vegas when it was not legal.
Mhm.
And sometimes that guy would find someone who had really good weed, right? And then the next time he would call dude up and be like, "Hey, you on deck?" The guy would say, "Nah, but I got meth." And how? Like those aren't the same thing.
Yeah.
To me, that's like, why are you smoking meth? Because the dude didn't have weed.
Yeah.
Saying that you're showing up to meet a 13-year-old because you're lonely.
Was it top quality meth though? Because that,
Well, if it
that
was
changes
stepped on.
things. Okay.
That it does change things if it's stepped
Yeah.
on. To me, it's such a weak excuse, and you would think with this guy knew what he was coming here to do something illegal.
Yeah.
I'm sure the cupcake thing he already had loaded up just in case. That
Sure.
was going to be his excuse.
Sure.
So how do you not have a better excuse for why you're there outside of that? Because loneliness is the first thing these guys jump to.
Well, but on the other hand, you know, I could. There would be God, I can't remember his name, but the is it Chris Cornell and Robin Williams. I know that they just because they're famous doesn't mean you can't be lonely. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But I think with this guy, I think these guys are spot on. Where you know, they had a Jordan comedy. He probably had like a Jordan comedy level DMs. You know, he probably had breets for days.
Yeah.
So it doesn't fucking fly with him, especially like
Yeah, 'cause-
internet celebrities are.
Well, he wasn't just on the internet. I mean, he was on national TV.
Sure.
He had been called out at like the Republican National because he's a big Trump supporter and gun nut. Like he'd been called out at the RNC.
Yeah.
Like, this guy had reached fame outside of just YouTube.
True. Okay.
And then when you say specifically, I've always fantasized about someone younger with a big age gap. You did say that, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
That you fantasize about someone younger.
Correct.
What is that fantasy? Because it's not just loneliness.
You know what it is, man.
We honestly, we really don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because we're not like that. We're not like that.
Yeah.
We're not attracted to
Is there
bro,
a
come
bingo
on.
square for a motorcycle?
There's not. There's not. There is one for car alarm because that does happen.
Oh, that's what it was. I remember seeing there was some kind of a noise, and I
Yeah.
can't remember which one.
Man, you know exactly what it is, dude. Right?
No,
Are you a
we're
pedophile?
attracted
No,
to
I'm not.
we're attracted to female our own age, dude.
See, right,
This is
right here.
Yeah.
I wish that they would have given him a chance to explain whatever he kept saying. You know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause he never really does explain
Yeah.
it. But so what is it?
Yeah.
Because he says it like we all have it. You know, it's not like you're walking into the bathroom, you're asking something, what are you doing here? I mean, you know what I'm doing in here. It's the bathroom. Like,
Yeah.
what is that reason that everyone should know that you have this, you like this big.
Oh, Wes, you still there? Oh, I think we lost Wes. You there, Tiffany? Okay, I think I lost both of you fools. All right. Well, I'm just gonna continue on. Hopefully I can get those two fools back. Let's see. Okay. Dropped them both. We don't need them. What's up, Ice Truck Thrilla? Wes, if you guys are there, just hop back on the call. Give me a second here. See if I can find these two jive turkeys. Hold on, baby, incoming. Let's see. Okay. There's Lockhart. Tiff?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tiff is
There
there.
you are.
And now just waiting for West Moist to jump on. There's West Moist. I think there's Wes.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. You guys just got booted off the call.
No, there was a notification at the bottom that said that our time was running out. We had
Really?
5 minutes. Yeah.
Well, that's the first I ever heard of that. All right.
It's probably just Tiffany.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably. Let me go back to sharing my screen with you guys.
Well, that's a lot of porn on one desktop.
I know.
You should put that in you just put it in a folder.
It's all genie porn.
He doesn't want it in a folder. He has to watch it every day.
I need it.
You don't want to go through the trouble.
I need it handy, Wes.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. You guys got it back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back to the magic. Okay.
Let this be known, I am not a.
So what are you?
That's a
If you're
bingo.
here to meet up with a.
What's the what does he say?
Let this be known, I am not a pedophile. So he's talking. He just went through this whole thing about. So why do you want a 13-year-old? Why do you like this big? Come on, man. You know what it is. You know exactly what it is. And he looks at the camera and says, "Let this be known, I am not a pedophile."
Yeah.
So someone
Not making a great
between-
case for yourself, EDP.
Yeah.
If you were meeting a 13-year-old, yeah, that's exactly what you are.
After sending dick pics and poop pics.
Yeah, and poop pics for some reason.
13-year-old girl after
So
sending
yeah,
her
mark that square. Your chance to win $100. $100.
dick to her. And what do you call it then?
I am a guy that is. What am I?
if it takes you this long to answer what you are, you're pretty sure that you're some type of creep.
Listen, man, I'm gonna be real with you, okay?
Okay, I want you to be real with
Yeah,
me because
absolutely.
this
That's
ain't
what we're here
cool.
for.
I'm gonna be real with you, okay?
Yep.
My mom, may she rest in fist bump.
I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be
Okay,
honest.
so
Oh boy, the fifth ace donated $5. You only have 3 credits remaining on your app account.
Oh, shit. I need to get a new calling card. Thank you, Fifth Ace.
Peace. You guys know that, right? You guys seen the videos.
Yeah.
Okay, so
my mom.
right here, EDP's mom passed away,
Mm-hmm.
and he's about to use her. And he'd done this before.
Yeah.
He would bring up his mom when these allegations would come up. He would use his mom as an excuse. My mom, she would never, she would never allow this. I wasn't raised by my mother, who, if you remember, passed away.
Yeah.
And it's really sad to see him use her as a plot device like that.
Yeah.
To use her as an excuse, and it's like Twink Toilet's
best friend's mom.
Twink Toilet's best friend's mom. And he even said, "I know it's a bad excuse."
Yeah.
Because it is. It's a shitty excuse, and it's a shitty
terrible
way
excuse.
to use someone's death to your own advantage like that.
Yeah, and there's got to be a statute of limitations on that. Like, how long?
And this is also a bingo square. That's why I wanted to pause it. EDP brings up his mom. That is a bingo square.
Okay, mark it if you got it.
Mom did not raise a fucking. Okay, she did not raise a creep.
But she did.
Yeah.
I know what the screenshots say. Okay, I'm aware of that. I'm looking right at them. Okay, my mom did not raise. And as a matter of fact, if she was here with.
Your mom has
You probably
nothing
thought
to
that was a cop.
Yeah, I bet you he did. I bet you he did.
Well, you'll see that every time a car goes by, because even when he could see them, that one came up from behind him, but even when he could see them and sees they're not a cop, he's just very nervous about being heard.
Yeah, but
It's
meanwhile,
almost like
he's
when you're dating some.
he's looking at a camera.
Well, it's not. He doesn't know where this footage is going. He doesn't know if this is for police training. He doesn't know what's going on with the camera. If this is live, he has no clue. But he does know that there are cars driving by, and as far as he's concerned, he's probably a Bakersfield celebrity.
Yeah,
and he doesn't want to be recognized. And someone stop their car and say, "What's going on?" Because if he's seen these confrontations before, anytime someone says what's going on, they go, "This guy's here to meet a 13-year-old for sex."
Yeah.
So he just wants them to keep driving.
Yeah, well, a lot of the predator poachers, like especially the ones in England, they'll announce it to everybody.
Oh yeah, they just start immediately screaming.
Yeah,
they don't even have any kind of a conversation.
Yeah, no chill with some of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
right, yeah, don't bring
Don't bring your family into it, because we're not here for your family. We're here for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't drag your family into this.
Does he say how long ago his mother passed away at some point?
Yeah, I was curious about that too.
You mean in this video?
Or
Yeah,
at all?
exactly. Yeah, does he? Because he's using the excuse of his. Well, he just says his mom didn't raise one.
You even heard too. He said, "You guys have seen this." So he's assuming you guys have seen the videos. You know when my mother. So I don't know. I'm not a EDP fan. I don't know when his mother passed. I just know that it's something that he will use whenever he needs to. And then also saying his mom didn't raise a pedophile. I mean, I'm sure she didn't intend to.
Yeah, no.
But when you look at
he ends it up that way.
When you look at the chat log and what you did, like, she did. She raised someone who has some very sick desires and needs a lot of help.
Yeah.
You understood.
Right.
This is your action.
Yeah, this is your 600-pound life, not anybody else's.
This is not
Understood?
cool.
So
600 pounds.
You're 600 pounds.
They had him on the ropes,
Yeah.
right? Like they had him on the ropes right here. He's really getting beat up. He's really thinking about everything going on. And again, he still doesn't know who these people are.
Right.
That right there, he's been made fun of for his weight his entire life.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's unnecessary to do in a confrontation with something so serious, and it changes the tone, I think, for the rest of the confrontation.
Yeah.
Just because he was about to open up, and I think he started shutting down right here because of it's just bullying. He's already a piece of shit. He showed up to meet a 13-year-old for sex. There's no reason to beat him up over over his way. He already used the worst excuse he could have as a big fat guy showing up to me that he's there for some food. But like that right there, I think was such in poor taste. They really missed an opportunity where they could have played good cop, bad cop with them. Where one of them was kind of going in, and the other one was like, "Come on, he wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
like he wouldn't show. He's not here for sex," because then you get him to admit to other things, and instead they just kind of both. Because I know they haven't worked together before, so they haven't had time to build that kind of rapport, or maybe they have, but they haven't had time to build that kind of rapport where they're able to work off each other like that. But they really missed an opportunity to do that because from the way that he's reacting, he really would have opened up more to whoever good cop was.
You're right, and that like little joke, which was not all that funny.
It didn't make any sense. What is this? What does that mean? This is your 600-pound life right here.
Yeah.
What is Dr. Now gonna walk out? And...
It's just a way to say that he's a big fat guy. Yeah, so it's lowbrow comedy. It's not, it wasn't quippy. It wasn't well placed. It was probably something he had loaded up in the chamber because it sounded like he had several loaded up in the chamber that he was gonna hit him with, and that's why.
Didn't Alex have aspirations to be like a detective or something?
Yeah.
Like he would have learned not to do shit like that.
Yeah. So and you this is the pause. You see his face. He just repeated my 600-pound life, which I don't know if I mentioned that is a bingo square. Let me read what we have so far.
Okay.
We have fist bump. EDP brings up his mom. Glasses off. My 600-pound life, and let this be known, I am not a pedophile.
There you go.
One other thing, let me tell you something, okay?
What's up, real quick?
What does EDP mean?
Yeah, it looks like you've eaten looks like you've eaten everything in the world but the pussy.
And that's it.
Okay,
right. I mean, honestly, like what's the other guy's name? The guy with the mask?
Ghost.
Yeah, I think Ghost was handling this thing the right way, and then Alex is just kind of like fucking it all up.
Well, I used to watch. I remember when he first started a year ago, or when I first found his channel over a year ago on YouTube, and a lot of his stuff was in Walmart, and he would follow the guys out, and he would say like a lot of silly stuff or whatever. But I haven't watched a lot of any of those channels in a long time because I've just been busy. But it seems like he just got more jokey, and the trolling is much more a part of, which I get. Like, the trolling can be fun, but it needs to fit in. It can't be the entire tone of what's going on because this is a really serious matter. Like this dude's done this before. This guy has chatted with. He's admitted to 6 different females that he got caught chatting with. So who knows how many others are out there? And he's about to open up. You've got him where you want him. And then you hit him with another fat joke. And again, for someone who's probably heard these things his entire life, that's not going to make him open up. Someone needed to be good cop in this situation.
Yeah. And this is the kind of shit that Alex kind of just like, he got into a lot. He's had a lot of heat for. Antics,
more for the racial
like
comments.
That's what I'm saying. Just for like not, for trying to,
edgelord humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really could have had him talking.
Yeah, he was about to. He was about to. And Wes is right. As soon as he heard 600-pound life, that it shut off.
Yeah. If it was going to turn out that way, it would have been great. Just like Shin said, if he tried to run.
Well, yeah, that would have been not.
That would have.
That's mean, Shin. That's really.
We're trying to talk.
Because you guys, hold on.
Yeah. I'll stop. We're sure to
His
talk.
feelings are hurt, and now Alex is backtracking. He's walking backwards. EDP's controlling where they're going and the pace they're going.
Yeah.
And Alex is going, okay, we'll stop. Yeah. And so they've completely lost control of what was going on over 2 jokes in like 20 seconds that weren't funny and weren't needed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's only Chris Hansen could pull that shit.
You said you know exactly what I mean. What do we mean?
No, what does EDP mean? Why do you if you call yourself EDP?
You know what's funny, right?
What's
at the very beginning?
This is not funny at all. This ain't funny.
Well, if you would stop cutting me off and trying to
Okay,
explain.
okay. So we're gonna let you explain now,
Okay.
because we want to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm a fan of you. He's a fan of you. He's a fan of you.
Honestly, I'm not a fan. But
what were you?
Go,
Jesus.
fucking Ghost.
Yeah. I think Ghost should have just ran this whole interview.
Well, and that was one of the questions that we had for them in the interview. You know, like, do you think this would have turned out any differently if Ghost would have handled this on his own? I do want to say for that interview, only Alex was invited to speak with Chris, and Alex insisted that Ghost also be a part of it because it wouldn't have happened without him.
I thought that was a cool, that was a cool thing.
It was a stand-up move on his part, as far as that goes. But no, it would have turned out much differently if it would have been Ghost on his own. Because what I noticed in the days after this, when people were doing analyzation of this footage, they were also being really hard on him just because of collateral damage from Alex.
Which is a shame.
I think Ghost handled himself fine. I think he's asking the right questions. He's letting him talk, and he's rephrasing things and bringing things back up later, and it's just the collateral damage of who he did the bust with is why it people aren't looking at it the same as they did when it first happened.
Yeah, Alex should have just been like the silent muscle, you know, like just the kind
He
of.
could have been the wild card. I said, he
Yeah.
could have been the good cop. He could have been, Ghost is saying he's not a fan, and Chet's saying that he was a fan. So
Right.
they could have ran with that. Like, as a fan of yours, I know you wouldn't do this. Explain to me how it happened again.
Right.
And then just keep having him rephrase it over and over again. And Ghost isn't believing it, and he's asking him, but you said this, and it would have worked so much better that way. And I asked if they would have done anything differently looking back, and they say no.
Mhm.
So
All right.
fuck do I know?
All right.
He used to be, and we want to give you the benefit of the doubt. So please explain this to us, okay? Now, and I'm going to be done talking, that way to you. I'm just here to talk to you, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So what does EDP stand for?
EDP for home.
Right.
When I first created my YouTube channel, right?
Glasses off, please. Thank you.
When I first, well, you're gonna have to excuse me because the sun's in my eyes.
Yeah, here,
so-
we can just face that way.
just turn
Yeah.
around.
This way's cool.
Whichever way.
Whichever way, the sun's not in your
Uh-huh.
eyes.
So when I first started my YouTube channel, right? If you go back, if you look at the original logo,
Yeah.
right? It was a picture of a cat. I'm sorry, it was a picture of,
Which way should I turn? There's three other ways, EDP. Just
Yeah,
turn,
exactly.
turn any.
He didn't move at all.
The choices are almost limitless.
Pac-Man, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It was a picture of Pac-Man eating a cat.
Okay.
It was supposed to be funny. Okay. That's what my original logo is meant to be.
Okay, fair play.
Okay,
So-
that's a bingo square. EDP explains origin of his name.
Oh.
Again, you mentioned to admitting to having this fantasy with someone with a big age gap.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you said to us, you know exactly what we mean, but I truly don't. He truly doesn't. So what do you mean by that?
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Are you guys the cops?
No, we're not cops.
We're not cops,
See?
You're not cops?
but we
We're not
have worked with law enforcement.
What?
See, so he just right now he asked if they were cops.
Yeah.
They're 8 minutes into being questioned by people who have copies of your chat log, who know who you are, who knew that you were going to be at that spot, and he finally asked if they're law enforcement.
Right. Yeah.
Again, if you showed up at the grocery store and someone was like, "Hey, Clob, I knew you'd be here," they have copies of your chat. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
How do you have that? Who are you?
Right.
And when you're on the defensive because you know that you're wrong, you're just going to assume the worst case scenario, but not want to ask just in case.
Yeah.
But we can forward this to cops because
Yeah, absolutely.
most definitely this is not your first time either, right?
Right.
This is absolutely not. How many times have you done this?
This actually is my first time.
You just said it once.
He just said
He was
no.
just saying, "Yeah, I do this shit all the time." Are you kidding
This
me?
is actually my. No, you know what?
Wait,
This is my
hold on.
first time.
Let me
I'm
run the
sorry.
numbers in my head again. Wait, actually, this is number one. Crazy.
Your first time, and now you say it is. Second time?
What was the first?
So the first time was, so you guys know about the 15-year-old, right?
Yeah.
So she was hitting me up through DMs in which she engaged first.
Right.
Right? Because let's
Again,
be real here.
Yeah.
It's never his fault.
She engaged first.
And so there were videos on his channel that I didn't add to the video that I made where he's spending a lot of time saying, look, and of course it's with all the cursing, but if she's 15 and she's going to dress with her ass out and her chest out and everything else, you know why she's doing that. You know exactly why she's doing that. And it's making those excuses. And here it's, well, she reached out first. What do you want me to do if a 15-year-old reaches out first? I'm supposed to say no?
Yeah, crazy. That's crazy. That's sickening. Yappies, do you really have a bingo, or are you fucking with us?
She's fucking with us.
She's fucking with us.
A lot of people, right, when they see celebrities, you know, like the check marks and stuff, and no, I'm not trying. I'm gonna sit back and throw a guilt trip and make people feel sorry for me. I'm not doing that. So don't.
Right? Yeah.
So don't try to turn and twist the shit. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Just go on.
So when people sit back, right, especially young girls, right, the 15-year-old, not the 13-year-old, when they see people with check marks and stuff, you know, oh shit, this and that, you know what I mean? You know, like you're famous.
When they see somebody with 165 subscribers,
all that, okay, that's what they do. Now, as far as the whole fantasy goes, you know what I mean? Let's be real, okay? You know what I mean?
Like, that's the part where I'm not picking up on. I genuinely don't know what you mean.
Fantasies, that's what I mean.
Okay,
so there is a real Roush vibe to that, because right now he's just gotten comfortable. There was a shift in power momentarily with the fat jokes where they've walked downhill now. They reestablished, by getting in front of him without touching him, they were able to reestablish that wall and then start asking him questions to where he remembered why he was there. But he's really comfortable right now, and he's going to keep using that, you know what I mean? And it just reminds me of Roush sitting there where he got real comfortable.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting down with his buddies shooting this shit, and I'm going to leave when this is over, and this will be the end of it. I might get a ticket in the mail.
Yeah.
If you take that cupcake away, he'll fuck you.
Yeah. I wonder if his car is champagne color.
EDP in a Pontiac Aztek.
Yeah.
Only if you fill it with gas.
Yeah. He's gonna start calling the decoy George down the hall.
I'm not calling you the P word, if you know what I'm talking. If you know what I mean, I'm not calling you the P word. But do you fantasize about females under the age of 16? Yes or no? Sometimes.
Yes.
What's up, Joey?
Do you obviously you fantasize about a 13-year-old, correct? Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay. So if it's a 13-year-old,
fantasies dreamt up online or in the mind. He's going a little Nathan Donhauer on here.
So when was the first time you fantasized about like an 11-year-old?
Never.
Hey, let's move aside because
Yeah, here.
Oh, no, like,
Yo,
You mind?
yeah,
Well, you can have
right
whatever.
here.
Oop.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you
fine.
can have a seat if you want.
Yeah,
It doesn't
whatever
matter
you
to
want.
us.
let's go, I'll stand.
Okay. So 13-year-old. So again, when was the first time you fantasized about a 12-year-old?
That's a bingo spot. EDP refuses to have a seat. They asked him to sit down. He said he wants to stand. I think he wants to be at the ready for if he needs to leave.
Yeah, if he needs to
doesn't
get the
want
fuck out of there.
Prone
Yeah.
position, sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
That's how they got them on TCAP.
Yeah.
You put some recliners out there with the thing already up.
That's how
Lord.
they do.
Because that's how recliners always are. They're just left open, and it makes it more difficult to get up and leave. So he doesn't want to sit down.
You think if one of these guys was Chris Hansen though, he would have sat down just out of instinct.
Indians, the crisscross applesauce
Yeah,
style.
yeah, exactly. Chris Hansen tells you have a seat. You have a fucking seat.
Well, I think Chris would have brought a stool.
Yeah,
so that
at
when
the very
when
least.
he said it, he
yeah.
like pull it from behind his back.
Yeah, at the very least, like a beanbag chair.
Okay, so 13 is the youngest.
Right.
Okay, so why 13 but not 12?
I don't know.
Okay,
And that's the truth.
okay.
Not
But,
lying to you.
like, so if Sophie was 12, what would have been your response?
Probably would have went to the bathroom and threw up.
Okay, so
That's a bingo square. 12-year-olds make EDP throw up.
Yeah, 13's
And that is-
fine.
13 is A-OK. 12?
13's kind of hot, but 12, ugh.
Ugh, disgusting. I'm gonna go throw up.
That's horrible.
And if anyone has been following the With a Wonder story, he was kicked off of Twitch a week ago. He had 21,000 followers on Twitch. He's like the white EDP. He's another big guy. You hardly ever see him streaming sitting up. He's laying down.
Yeah,
laying down
he's always prone.
In underwear, going to the drive-through in underwear and no shirt. And he also made similar claims about, 13-year-olds are fine. I don't see any moral problem with having sex with 13-year-olds. It should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then after he got questioned about it, he's like, 13 is too young, but 14, 14 is fine. And crazy stuff.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Dina's here. If you guys aren't aware, Dina, check out my community tab posts. Dina, what's going on, Dina? I'm actually going to be doing an interview with Dina hopefully next week sometime.
Oh, very cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, like,
You don't have to believe me, bro. You can sit back and saw the
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Oh, go, please.
Okay.
so for me,
You just lied a couple minutes ago. You said it was your
Right?
first.
So the outburst from EDP.
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know.
You don't have to believe me, bitch. I have your chat log.
Yeah. Well,
You're here to have sex with a 13-year-old.
Again-
Don't get uppity with me.
all these predators said that shit, though, Like, they all said that. Hey, you don't have to believe me.
They would say it, but how many of them...
I know me, but they all had their chat logs in front of them.
But how many of them did that, like, in such a aggressive manner? Like,
Yeah.
he said it like, I don't give a fuck if you believe me. I had sex with Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, this is different. They know what you're there for. They were there to meet you, and they have your chat log and your poop and penis pictures.
Yeah.
This is not the time to start talking shit.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I don't care if you believe me. I've had sex with 3 women.
First time, then you said it wasn't your first time, then you said it was your first
right.
time. Like,
second time.
I know, but you said earlier it was your first time. Like,
Okay. Yeah, so we'll get to that. So you said, 13 is the fantasy. Like for me, okay, 18, I think there's hot 18-year-olds. I wouldn't do anything with a 17-year-old,
Right.
but there's hot 17-year-olds.
Right.
But I don't go, yeah, when I see a 17-year-old, I'm just like, I can't do it. Like, it's just not right. But, so what about a 12-year-old makes you go, yeah, but a 13-year-old you're suddenly fantasizing about? Like,
Don't know, man. I don't want you to say, bro.
I just want you to be honest, man.
I am being honest. I don't fucking
So what about the 13-year-old turns you on, though? Like,
don't know, man.
do you think, does at least some of it have to do with being younger?
It just has to do with the number. It's not even like
Yeah.
he wouldn't be able to distinguish the difference between a 12 and a
No,
13
of course
year
not.
old. It's like how these predators on TCAP would say, that they would say, oh, she was 14 when she was 13. It just or she was 13 when she was 12 or whatever. It just they try to make it sound better, but they think when you put teen in there, it sounds better.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
legally you become an adult while you're still a teenager. So in his
Yeah.
mind, when you're 13, you're well on the way to adulthood. You're only 5 years away.
Right.
So yeah, it's to justify it in their own head.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do have this attraction to younger that you admit's not normal, correct? Yes or no?
It's not normal.
Okay. When do you think this started happening?
That's a bingo square. EDP admits he's not normal.
You want to go through the bingos?
No. Yeah, I got EDP admits he's not normal. Fist bump. EDP brings up his mama. EDP explains origins of his name. Glasses off. My 600-pound life. EDP refuses to have a seat. And let this be known, I am not a pedophile.
There you go. And again, if you don't have a bingo board, it's pinned in the chat. Get yourself a bingo board. It's free, and you can win $100 of. You can deprive Wes of $100 worth of chicken fries.
Oh, and if you try and get 2 cards, it'll automatically invalidate your entry because that happened to someone.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah. Don't. It'll. I mean, unless you're going through all the trouble of changing IP addresses with the VPN and everything,
Yeah,
rip some poor
shit.
people off.
Oh, great. Okay.
Tiffany.
Yeah.
I would definitely do
Tiffany
that.
pulled that
If
shit
I
last
knew
time.
how.
Tiffany pulled
Yeah,
that shit
as soon as I
last time.
said VPN, her eyes glazed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
What's
What
a
does that
Vipin?
mean?
This started happening when a lot of when girls would hit me up, right? If I'm looking for on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say probably maybe about 7-8 months ago.
Okay, 7-8 months ago.
Such bullshit.
So
Yeah.
So when did you realize?
Yeah.
So what was it that made you realize? Like, for example, it's a bad analogy.
When was the first time he actually got caught with?
Well, that's the thing is it was 7 months before this. So he's basically saying, well, the only other time is the time you guys know of.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he's also saying that's when so his whole attraction of 13-year-olds started 7 months ago. I mean, that's like, with serial killers, they normally start, it's an escalation. They start off fantasizing, and then they start window peeping, and then they start breaking in when people aren't home, and then it's home invasion. It's an escalation. For you to show up at this person's house after you've been busted for this several times, you didn't just start having these fantasies 8 months ago.
Yeah. And Wes can tell you he killed a lot of people in Gilgo Beach.
Gilgo Beach is something that I don't want to talk about until I'm forced to.
I'm sorry. I thought that was a bingo square. Wes admits to the Gilgo Beach burgers.
Exclusive.
But I didn't like avocados when I was young, but now I like avocados. So what made you just go?
That is a bingo square. I believe Alex likes avocados now. Yeah, that is a bingo square. That's just such a funny. Like why?
Yeah.
I know this is a bad analogy, but I didn't like avocados. Now I like avocados. You didn't like 13-year-olds. Now you like 13-year-olds.
It's the same thing as sexuality.
Same thing.
But basically, your tastes change.
It's like Chipotle queso. Maybe you don't like it today. Maybe a month
Maybe
from now
it's
you
the
do.
best thing ever.
Yeah.
Maybe it's bullshit.
Yeah, okay.
What made me, when all that came into play, you know what I mean? Like
good night, Dina.
The entire loneliness and the actual, this girl might actually be into me and stuff like that.
Donde, do you have a bingo? Donde, what's your card number?
Well, right, but the thing is, if it was a 12-year-old into you, you would just brush that to the side.
Of course.
So like if there's a hot 19-year-old into me, I'm like, oh, awesome. But if there's like I shouldn't say there's such thing as a hot 12-year-old, but if there's a 12-year-old into me, a 13-year-old into me, I'd be like disgusting. I would never. So what makes it okay to you for you to come here?
It doesn't make it okay. I'm just being honest with you. It doesn't make it.
I'm being honest.
Okay.
Can you pause the club so I can check this?
I'm just being honest. 007. Donde hit.
Yeah, it'll be.
Yeah. All right, Donde. He's running it through the salty and dangerous 2000 right now.
Did Donde win before?
She did.
She did, yeah, and she did just bingo here.
Oh
on
shit!
On Alex likes avocados.
Oh,
so
right.
let's keep it going for a little bit and do a $25 runner up.
Okay. So Donde, just give Wes your Cash App or your PayPal, and we'll get that hundo to you.
Right. But
So $25 runner up now for the next person who gets a bingo.
You interested though, because
Congratulations, Donde.
So it's not the loneliness. So what about 13-year-olds makes you interested?
Can't even answer for you.
Okay, so obviously you like big and a fat ass, right? Of course. Okay, I do too.
Okay, that's a bingo square. EDP likes big T's and a fat A.
You know who else did? The Reverend Rose.
And Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah.
They're basically the same person.
Same guy. Same guy, really.
I mean, that guy doesn't. I mean, that's usually
right, exactly. So, is 13-year-olds aren't developed, correct? Yes or no?
correct.
So is
Now, who does that remind you of?
No, we don't.
Well, fist bump?
I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be
Okay,
honest.
so
Oh boy, hot 12-year-old donated $3. Donde is a fucking cheater. She is killing it. This is not the poop frog.
This is, just so everybody knows, that was not the poop frog.
It couldn't be Poop Frog because he said he wasn't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Excuse me. It was a hot 12-year-old.
Yeah. It was just a hot.
EDP's throwing up right now, thanks to you.
It was just a hot 12-year-old.
If I seem uninterested, I'm just busy.
is that a turn on to you when you're thinking about that stuff?
No.
Really?
No, I didn't turn on at all.
So what made you send her a video of you, doing it?
You don't know, man.
Okay.
Well, that's a crime, by the way.
I know. I'm really.
Let me tell you what the crime is.
So he admits that he knows it's a crime. What he sent, But then at the same time, and he's saying he fantasized about it, but then he said it doesn't sexually turn him on. How do any of those things go together?
No, it doesn't make any sense at all.
And then how do you end up driving 20 minutes over here to this apartment to meet if one thing doesn't lead to the other, explain why you're here. And so let's start from the beginning.
Right.
Because that's when you make them go back to the beginning and with like, tell me again from the beginning. Why are you here then?
Yeah.
It's called sending harmful matter to a minor. I'm not a lawyer.
It's really a shame that like none of these guys have like a police. That there's no joint investigation going on with. Because basically, most of these guys all walk away, which really kind of sucks.
Yeah, well, and I look at it kind of like bounty hunters. At one point they were kind of like outlaws and just out there doing their own thing, and now they're able to work in tandem with police and aid in law enforcement. Maybe this is just so new, but there needs to be something where you could get registered as a person who goes out and does these type of things.
Yeah, like Preferred Justice got deputized.
But that was only because they were doing that Yeah, they had to get deputized in order for the work that they were doing to be recognized by the court. Mm-hmm. So, you would think that at some point you would be able to go and get registered and you go through maybe some sort of police training where they make sure that you're using things within their procedures, so you're using things that can be done for court.
Right.
But there has to be something, because it kind of changed the way I looked at these types of investigations after really investigating the EDP thing, because I asked a lot of people who are like under the age of 30, and to them, the worst kind of punishment you could get is this. Like, this is far worse than if EDP had just quietly gone to jail for a few years and then got out.
Yeah.
To a lot of people, the mindset on crime and punishment is just changing, especially with millennials. They don't. What would jail do to EDP? It wouldn't give them any kind of rehabilitation.
No,
because that's not what the prison system's for. It just puts you away for a while.
Yeah.
But this to him was a worst case scenario. I mean, jail would be great, and he definitely deserves to go to jail.
Sure, right.
It's probably not going to happen though. But like this ended everything for him. This
that's a good point. But yeah, you just want to see, you'd like to see some like official punishment.
And when all those people who are mad about the first 2 episodes of To Catch a Predator when they weren't being arrested, that was before people knew what cancel culture was. People had no idea that 15 years later, people would know these people's names, their first names, and have interrogation footage. This follows you.
Yeah,
this
definitely
follows you.
That's true.
Because there are pedophiles being arrested every day that you don't know their names, and they move into neighborhoods that you don't know where they live. But it's not going to be like that for Bryant Moreland. For the rest of his life, he'll be the guy that got caught on video by a giant and a ninja trying to meet up with a 13-year-old.
By an ogre. we should I want everyone to call him an ogre. What's going on, Spinkies? I didn't say hi to Spinkies. Hi, Spinkies.
But I'm just letting you know, because we've done this so many times. Sending harmful matter to a minor. You sent a graphic picture of your body right here in one of these screenshots. Did you not? Yeah,
I did.
You did?
I mean, you got the screenshots, of course I did.
But like, why would you send it to a 13-year-old? Like, and that proves that you were turned on by it.
Yeah.
Oh, that proved that you were turned on by it because you sent a graphic photo.
Because you were hard when you were doing. Obviously, yes or no. So
you can't soft.
Right, exactly.
So what are you gonna do when you
Jordan
come
sure
to that little girl's apartment and she's home alone? What were you gonna do?
Honestly, this is real shit. You guys can't believe this if you guys want to or not. She said that she was going to bake me a cupcake. I was going to take the cupcake and go home. That's the truth.
So you.
All right, that is a bingo square. Hold on, I need to find it. EDP explains the cupcake story.
Yes, the cupcake theory.
The cupcake came back up. He does not abandon that stupid ass excuse.
He was only there for the cupcake.
How you drove like 30, 40 minutes, right?
No.
20 minutes?
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah, that's it.
20
Yeah,
20 minutes.
30, 40. You fucking insane?
I mean, 12.
Yeah.
25 minutes. No, 20 minutes. Yeah, I'll be right over.
Yeah,
baby.
no, 20 minutes is fine.
I'm gonna wear my best black sweatshirt.
Yeah, he's looking good.
House when she's home alone to pick up cupcake and go back home. Yep.
That's what you wanted to believe?
I don't give what you guys believe. It's the truth. I know I'm telling the truth.
Okay, well, we haven't even got into the messages yet, so these are going to be pretty damning. So before we get into the messages,
I love that. I love his reaction to that because again, EDP's getting like, I don't give a fuck what y'all believe.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. And he's like,
I
okay.
don't fist bump people like you, man.
okay, so
Oh boy, the ghosts of Gilgo Beach donated $3. Where's Moast is a murderer and a sex trafficker. Also, he sometimes makes barbecue and doesn't share with the who's. Also, this is not the poop frog.
That was not just so people
I wonder
know
that
that was not the poop frog. I can tell you who it wasn't. It was not the poop frog.
That narrows it down, but just by one.
last thing that he was asking, go ahead about the second time.
And again, I just want to mention that all the donations are going to go to the Goofy Doofy Baby Fund for Cali Lady, for Gypsy.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Wes. I was done.
No, please wrap up.
Oh, what?
You were saying something. I cut.
No,
you
no,
off.
I'm done.
Okay, so I just wanted to read through the bingo
fist
card
bump?
again.
Oh, hold on,
fist
baby.
bump people
Incoming.
like you, man.
Incoming,
Okay,
baby.
So,
Oh boy, 40-year-old decoy donated $3. Honestly, why isn't honestly a bingo square? Just saying.
I guess it really should have been.
It has to be next
He
time.
does bust out a lot of honestlies.
Which I love when because that happened a lot on TCAP
Yeah,
too, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can I tell you the truth?
honest, I'm being honest with you, sir.
Can I tell you the truth? I didn't even want to be here.
Yeah.
To be honest. All right, so I've got EDP admits he's not normal. Fist bump.
Mm-hmm.
Alex likes avocados now.
Yeah.
EDP brings up his mom. EDP explains origin of his name. EDP explains the cupcake story again. EDP likes big T's and a fat A.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Glasses off. My 600-pound life. EDP refuses to have a seat. And let this be known, I'm not a pedophile. And then a finger point.
He's not a not
Then a
pedophile.
little finger bang.
Yeah, finger bang bang.
Yeah, the second time you've done this before.
first time, yeah.
Well, I mean, you've done this before, and you've never been. Well, you've been caught, but you've been caught, right?
Right.
Why did? All right. So what I don't understand is you've been caught before, but you continue doing it.
Right.
That means you didn't learn your lesson.
Right.
So how do you like? What makes us think that you're not gonna do this again?
This right here.
This right here.
This right
So,
here.
so when you go back to your car and you
Yeah.
go,
And laughing now.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not going to get caught by pedo poachers again. I'm going to have a wingman come out next time. I'm still going to be trying to fuck 13-year-olds, but I'm going to send my wingman in.
The giggling and stuff. Like now it's he started getting a little bit uppity, a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
And once he realized they're not cops, his demeanor changed a lot.
Right.
Because now he doesn't fear. He doesn't fear arrest, or at least not. It's not a definite that he's going to get arrested. It still has to be in the back of his mind because he knows what he said and did.
Mm-hmm.
But his attitude has changed quite a bit. He might have also figured out that he's online, that this is being streamed, which is why his attitude changed a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
If they're not the police, and Chet even asked, "Do you recognize me?"
Yeah.
So he's probably putting together that this is some sort of
And he's got to have.
internet.
He's like savvy enough to know that there are tons of predator poacher channels.
Yeah. So even if he doesn't recognize them, he's at least putting together, okay, if they're not the police, then there's a reason they're doing this, and it's because this is going to be broadcast, or it's being broadcasted now, or both.
Yeah.
And he might be thinking that it's wrapping up too. Like, okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna go home in a minute.
Yeah, like Roush. He was giving
Yeah.
them a lecture
Right.
on proper procedure and what they need to be aware of, and then he was going to go home and be at the school, that following Monday, telling stories at the coffee pot.
Oh, okay, guys, we good here?
At the gym he used to go to.
Yeah.
like, just
At Pompilio's.
hop back on and keep doing this because are you talking to other minors on your phone?
No, sir.
No, not just the only minor ever
Only one.
right now on your phone.
Only one.
Only one.
Only one.
You sure about that?
Positive.
Okay.
But this isn't
Was
the
the
first
other
minor.
person a decoy as well?
Which other person?
The one he got caught with?
15-year-old? Yeah.
Oh, he's going to tell that story.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, that's not the only other. That's not the only other time that he had been busted. This is just the one time he's going to talk about that he thinks that they're aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cold Raven had also pretended that he was a underage girl, and at the time there were either 6 or 8 confirmed females that he had been inappropriate with. Just that people are aware of. So I mean, how many total?
Yeah, you got to at least triple that number. Like of actual people, like that weren't like setups.
Correct.
Right.
And there was more than one minor because last summer I've had all these females reach out to me about you, and at first I was like, okay, attention. Honestly, I was, but then I see more and more and more, and I see you saying if anybody finds out about this, you're going to be in big trouble. Like you're trying to intimidate them. That's what you did today. You said it's not going to end well. So again, what's a ballpark number of how many minors you've talked to? Like, obviously it's been 5. So after 5, what would you say the number is?
6.
6? 6 minors. Name them.
Let me see. Of course, there's Sophie. There's let me see. There was. I made a cameo for that.
They're
one girl.
groupies. I don't remember their names.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
believe her name was. What was her name?
Did you talk sexually to her?
No, I didn't. Well, hold on. Let me think of that. Okay.
all that took was like a side glance, and then okay.
He's
I mean,
thinking maybe they already know.
Well, it's like the police. Did you rob the bank? No, I didn't. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
if we're gonna get down to brass tacks, yeah.
Okay, I kind of did.
Why don't you tell me what you know before I answer what I know?
Yeah.
I was making a cameo, right?
Okay.
And this is actually on the video, so you guys can go back and look at this shit.
Okay.
So this guy sends me a DM, right? He's all like, "Hey man, yo, real shit, man. I want you to make a cameo for my girlfriend. It's her birthday and stuff like that." I'm looking like, all right, cool. And he wanted it for free. I'm looking like, man, that's bullshit, dude. You're gonna have to show me some ass, something like that, okay? But, okay, at the time, I did not know how old she was, and
That was a bingo square.
Was that?
Right?
Was
that
not
the Carla?
That was not the
Oh,
Carla.
Oh, that was just a horn.
What was a bingo square is EDP made a gross cameo.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
He kind of glanced over it, but what happened was, in his story, someone sent him a cameo request, which you either buy the cameo or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know
Right.
what he's talking about, but someone sent him a cameo request. It's like, hey, do a cameo request for my girl, and I want it for free. And EDP was like, well, if you want it for free, I'm gonna need to see her. I want naked pictures of her.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, yo, that she's 14. And he was like, oh, whoa, I had no idea. I mean, that story makes no sense.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
I've ordered cameos from Tiffany, and I always specify that, like, hey, I'd like T and A in this cameo.
Well, don't you
don't
you have to pay for the cameo first before
that's
they
what
even...
I'm saying. Yeah. You pay for it before you do anything. That's part of it. Otherwise, people just be sending crazy messages to people all day long.
I think Rhoda got a bingo. 00003.
Let me check.
I think he said that the person sent him a DM though.
Oh, okay.
Maybe about doing a cameo.
Before they even signed up for the cameo.
Must have.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise it doesn't make sense. You have to,
Right.
You have to pay.
Yeah, Rhoda got it on EDP Makes a Gross.
Nice.
Cameo, she got it diagonally.
$25 for Rhoda.
All right, Rhoda.
All right. Well, we're going to be doing this in 2 parts, so we'll be there'll be another EDP bingo. More chances for people to win.
Yeah, thank you guys, whoever showed up and played along. That was fun. Thank you, Clobber and Tiffany.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to everybody who donated. Again, it's going to Cali Ladies GoFundMe, so I appreciate everybody who donated. We think about we're calling it for the night.
Yeah, I think so. And
Yeah.
we'll do this again and wrap up, and we'll have another $100 cash prize, courtesy of Tiffany Lockhart's cameo.
Yes, sir. You can either choose the $100 or the Tiffany Lockhart cameo.
Yes.
That's just
can't have both.
jam packed with T and A.
Oh my
That's
God!
right.
It's actually very it's lewd even for Tiffany.
It's tasteful, but like gross.
Yeah. There's some things
Exactly.
that, you know.
It
You're
makes
gonna wish you
EDP,
took the money.
Yeah.
EDP was disgusted. Let's just say that.
Right.
This man sends poopy pictures to 13-year-olds he thinks wants to bang them.
Yeah.
I mean, I was 13 once, and in junior high school, and I remember talking to the girls, and one of the most common things they would
Fist
ask
bump?
was, "Well, what is
I
your
don't
fist
fist bump people like you, man. To be
Okay,
honest.
so
Oh boy, Happy Face donated $50.
Thank you, Happy
Can I
Face.
hear some ghost noises?
Who do you want to hear ghost noises from, Happy Face? I'll look in the chat. Who do you want to hear ghost noises from?
Right, clobber.
Probably me.
Yeah, it's got to be a guy. That sounds legit, right?
That
Yeah,
was
that
hot.
is hot.
Yeah.
That
Very
sounds
good.
exactly like a woman, because you know what a woman sounds like
Yeah.
Yeah.
when
You've
she's
heard-
getting the pleasure.
I know what. I know what
The pleasure.
three women sound like.
Right.
Was that okay? Was that Happy Face? Was that okay in the chat, or did you want Tiffany Lockhart to do ghost sounds?
I mean, for
Well, the
$50.
ghost it has to be. Was it $50?
Yeah, $50, Tiff.
Yeah,
Wow.
for $50, Tiffany should do the ghost noise.
I think so.
Well, I think Wes is gonna have to do it too.
I'm actually not able to. I can't hit those notes. I'm
Okay.
much too smooth, much too baritone for that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Cannot wait to take a clip of that.
Yeah.
Oh no!
It's not going to be the last time
Was
you.
that just set up?
That was beautiful.
It's not going to be.
I
The,
was just.
it's not going to be the last time
set up.
you heard of that.
Oh damn!
I just got the coupons, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god!
All right, so yeah, we're gonna wrap it up for the day. Again, thank you so much to everybody who played. Congratulations to Dome Day and
Well, fist bump?
oh my
I don't
goodness.
fist bump people like you, man. To be
okay,
honest.
so
Oh boy, DNA donated $3. Good luck, Gypsy.
Good luck, Gypsy is right. We're here. We're here for you, Gypsy. We're here for you. I got another one incoming, baby, incoming. Oh, I'm not. Wait, you're not gonna like
Well,
this.
fist bump?
I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be
okay,
honest.
so
Oh boy, JB Rambles donated $3. One more dono to hear Tiffany say something mean to Clobber.
Something mean to Clobber.
Yeah, you have to dig deep for that.
I do.
Yeah, this
I
is
do.
basically every conversation.
Yeah, exactly. You should just hear the conversation.
Yeah,
When we get
yeah.
started.
Go
Yeah.
go ahead, Tiffany. Do your worst.
Clobber, you know what your problem is?
Hmm?
You do not ever shut the fuck up.
That is a good point.
That is
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ever.
You're kind of right.
Even right now. I hope that was pretty good.
Yeah, no, that actually hurt me in my heart a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, but
If I seem uninterested, I'm just busy.
Get off his back.
get off my back.
Get off his back. He's
Get
only
off
one
my
man.
back. If I seem disinterested, I'm just busy.
You're just busy, girl. Damn.
What's up, Lens? All right, everybody. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna finish this up another time.
Oh, hold on. Can I just check my DM from Rhoda first, because it's probably Breeds, and I just want to tell you.
Oh
guys
yeah,
something
yeah.
real quick.
Please describe them to us, Wes.
Actually, I want to say it while on the stream. Rhoda has decided to donate her prize to Gypsy,
Ah,
and her donation message, and this is really nice.
okay.
Fuck you, Clobber.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was poignant. It was
yeah,
really nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Not
Well, before we go, can we get a Mary Poopin?
I don't see why not. Go ahead, Clob.
I know it wasn't it wasn't a bingo square. But
You poop on the floor, clean it up. I was working on the supercalifragilistic, but I don't have it quite yet.
You don't have the pipes for that.
No, I don't have. I don't have I don't have the words for it. It's poo poo caca crapalicious excrement induces. Everywhere that muse goes, you know that she abuses. If you smell something foul, you know that is muses. Poo poo caca crapalicious excrement induces.
Wow.
All right.
Sign this man.
Yeah.
The donation's coming in right now.
Fist bump?
I don't fist bump people like you, man. To be honest.
So
Oh boy, Wes Most donated $25. Fuck you, Clobber from Rhoda.
Oh my, Rhoda.
Yeah, rude.
Damn. Rhoda.
Not a nice way to close out a stream, especially after that wonderful song.
What about us? I sang Mary Poppins for you. I started saying two different tracks from my Mary Poppins off Broadway show. How dare you? That crime. I still know how to do this shit.
Thought crime. Spies are listening.
Okay, that's enough of this nonsense. Okay. All right, everybody. So I am definitely going to be on Sunday for the big festival.
Oh, shit.
What?
Sorry, Clobber, can I announce
Oh, yes,
that?
please do. Yeah.
Hey, so I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the magic of steer music or Jordan comedy, but the 4th of July is a special event in America, period. But it's even more special now that it's exactly 1 year ago that young Jordan comedy became known beyond the TCAP world due to his ridiculousness when he was catfished by Mac and Cheese. And I need more Jordan content. I think there needs to be more Jordan content. There needs to be lots of it.
Yeah, I agree.
So I am going to give $200 cash to whoever does the longest continuous Jordan stream.
Does it have to be a streamer? Oh, I guess it would have to be because you can't.
It has to be.
You can't do a video because you could edit it.
Yeah, it has to be a stream. It just has to start anytime between July 2nd and July 4th. And like naps and breaks and all that stuff is fine, but you can't just be playing Jordan content. It needs to be an actual stream with some interaction.
Yes.
And so whoever longest Jordan stream starting between the 2nd and the 4th, it's $200. So like bragging rights, or because you want $200 so that you can get those Tiffany Lockheart cameos, whatever it is that you want to use it for. Please Jordan content, because there's a lot of Jordan surprises coming up very soon.
So it's $200.
$200.
Well, I think the odds-on favorite is Milena. So
Absolutely.
you're gonna have to convert those into dollary dues. Luckily for you, $200 Australian is like $1.50 American. So
I know. Yeah, she could buy. If I gave her actual $200, she'd be able to buy several houses.
Yeah, so you should be good. So
it should be a lot of fun. The only rule is it needs to start and end with the roast, because I can't think of a worse punishment than a 14-hour Jordan stream, and then you have to sit through the roast that already feels like 45 minutes.
Yes. Well, I'll definitely be trying my best. So I will be on Sunday with my 4th of July spectacular. So
the Lord Identity said, "Don't make me do a Jorathon." That sounds like a threat, and also like he's admitting that he won't do it because he knows Milena's going to beat him.
Yeah.
You know what, Lord Identity? It's fine if you're just afraid that Milena's going to swoop in and beat you.
Yeah.
I think you could do it, but if you don't have any faith in yourself, I can't make that happen. I wish that you would.
Yeah.
Blue boy, the roast is straight fire.
It is.
You are correct.
Yeah.
So start and end with the roast. Other than that, let's just have fun and get some new Jordan content.
Fuck yeah.
All
right, everybody. Well, again, thank you to everybody for hanging out with us today, and we'll be seeing you really. Oh shit! Wait, where's? Oh no, my. Oh fuck! I lost my outro. Well, I could just do it.
What happened?
I could just do it. And remember, if you don't hear me sometime within the next couple days,